What's happening? We ain't doing no intro music, no none of that. Dog food, radio, another installment, part of the Fanatical L's Fans First Network. Um, how's everybody doing? I know it's been a wide range of emotions, analysis, conclusions from week one. And today what we're gonna do, we actually gonna look at the offense. And this is not going to be a Deshaun Watson criticism free video. It's going to be a lot of criticism for a lot of what happened with the offense. It's going to be a lot of criticism. You know what I'm saying? But if Dallas is supposed to be what everybody says Dallas is, that was a top five defense. And for y'all saying, well, Jameis Winston, put Jameis Winston in, or Baker Mayfield would have did better, Patrick Mahomes wouldn't have won that game with the plays that was being called with backup tackles. Just wouldn't have happened. So we're going to get right into that right now. Let me see if this is going to work. This is my first time trying to do this. Let's see here. Okay. Now, this here is the first offensive play of the game for the Browns. Let's go ahead and run that. All right, you got some jet motion. You got a run play to Jerome Ford. Not a bad call. Now, where was Deontay Foreman at in this game? Where was he at? He's your bruiser. You feel me? Jerome Ford, I believe I looked it up, is 5'10", 210 pounds. And Deontay Foreman, no, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm saying that right. He's 6 feet, 235 or 40 pounds. Why aren't you pounding the ball with the defense that you have? All right, let's run the next play. Again, this is the first drive. Now, one thing that I noticed during this game is that there is not a lot of pre-snap motion in order for Deshaun Watson to decipher what the defense is doing. Now, this is basic stuff. I heard Tom Brady talk about this. I've heard other quarterbacks talk about this. I know a couple guys that played in the NFL. They talk about this. The defense is disguising 9 times out of 10 what they're trying to do, right? So if they're playing man, they may try to disguise that as zone. If it's zone, they don't want you to know if it's cover 2 or 3 or 4 or 6. There's indicators as far as what the shell is, but they're trying to disguise that. Now, I heard Tom Brady always say he liked trips. He always told Josh McDaniels, I like trips. Give me something in trips. And you see, you got 2 receivers at the top of your screen here. Tom Brady would likely motion in their offense. They would motion somebody up here and see what this cornerback down here does. If he follows them, 9 times out of 10, that's man. If he stays, 9 times out of 10, that's probably going to be zone. So let's watch this play here. Looks like zone, but he has to figure out where the ball goes, and that's a completion, one of the rare completions in this game, right? Looks like they're in a nickel coverage there. Okay, simple out route, good placement of the ball. Okay, we're going to give him credit for that. It's a good throw. Good play call. It worked, so we'll say it's a good play call. All right. Now you look like you got a bunch formation here at the top. Cooper down here by himself at the bottom. Now I believe they just got a first down. So let's see what they dial up. Got some jet motion, RPO, underneath to Njoku. All right, let's see if that was 4th down. Now, 2 problems I have with this play. Who is this right here? It's Micah Parsons. Why do you have Deshaun Watson rolling to this side where he is? That's number 1. And as you can see, Dallas was ready for that. Dallas was sitting on the sticks the whole game because they knew they're not going to take a shot. They knew that. All the Browns run are hitches and slants. So, yeah, let's sit on the routes. Well, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to sit on the routes. All right, let's see what you got. You got trips at the top here. Looks like there's Cooper down there at the bottom. Okay, you got a single high safety, so that could be cover 3 or that could be cover 1. Let's see what they got. Ford switches sides. incomplete. Again, they're going to show a different angle. Again, where's the motion for him to identify, or is this man, is this zone? So, because it just seemed the whole game, he's waiting for somebody to get open. That was a quick read. He was going to the slant the whole way. He knew he was going to the slant the whole way. All right, let's see what we got here. They're already hiking the ball, but look like you got the empty chips formation. Looks like that's Ford and Njoku. You got two receivers at the top. Again, no motion. Okay, he's waiting underneath to Njoku. This is probably the third down. Njoku slips. Let's see it from this angle. So you got some chips, which they should have been running this the whole game. See, he actually had a little bit of time to throw there. You actually had a defensive holding on Cooper at the top. I don't think that was called. Let's see. This is the play. Watch here at the top of your screen. Watch Cooper's jersey get grabbed. Right there. That looks like defensive holding to me. That wasn't called. So again, if we're going to analyze the game, let's analyze the whole game. You feel me? Let's not analyze pieces to fit a narrative. Let's analyze the whole game. That's a missed penalty right there. That's holding. Should have been called. Was not called. All right. Here's another play. Let's see what they in. Okay. You got three to the right. Trips. Again, where is the pre-snap motion? What do you think this is right here? Looks like they might be dialing up a blitz. So what is this? Is this empty? Is this a zero blitz right here? Well, we don't know. And if it is, this should be your hot read right here. And he should just be going up the hashes or bam, right in here. This should be your hot read. He's not even covered. He's on him. He's on him. Let's run it. Let's see what we got. Okay, linebacker drops out. Looks like that's who he was looking to go to. Let's run this back real quick. Now, I want y'all to tell me, pause, who's open? Smooth that. Who's open right now? If you want to say Ford, I'll give you that. Ford looks like he's the only one that's open. Everybody else is still trying to come out their break. Looks like Cooper was running a quick out, and they were clearing out down here. That's where he wanted to go. He had nothing. Now, another thing I noticed is that when he would break off his route, a lot of times the receivers would just kind of stand there and look rather than trying to, go to open space so that he can hit them. We're going to see another example of that later. Again, we're only doing the first half. All right, I can't remember if this was a first down or whatever this was. I don't see nobody holding what it is. This is probably, I don't know what this is, so we'll figure it out. All right, you got empty formation. No pre-snap motion. So again, what are they in right here? You tell me. They're pressing down here at the bottom. They're playing soft at the top. You got a single high safety. What is this? Is it cover one? Is it cover three? Let's see. False start. So it doesn't even matter what it is. Let's fast forward this. False start here. Penalties killed them as well. Guess that was the fourth down. They were going to go for it. So now you got your field goal coming on. We'll get that drive a C, resulting in points. We'll get that drive a C. All right, let's fast forward this. Well, they scored a touchdown. And we're going to look at the defense in another video. I thought the defense played B+. I can't give them an A because CeeDee Lamb he ate a little bit too much. But we can sorry, turn the Bluetooth off on my phone. Stop doing that. All right. I think it froze right here. Okay. This should be the second drive here. I think it froze when I was. Okay. That's a run. Again, no pre-snap motion. See it from this angle. Everybody knows you're going to run it on first down. Everybody knows that. I bet you if we go look at the analytics and say, what's the percentage of them running it on first down? I imagine it's high. All right, let's take a look. You got Judy motioning into the backfield. This is zone. Runs a quick out. Looks like that was probably cover 2. See it from this angle here. All right. He had more time. He probably had a little more time to hold that, but he wanted to get that out quick. Okay, cool. No problem. All right. Shotgun again. 2 receivers down here. And Joku, I don't know who that is. No pre-snap motion, I don't think. Again, what is this? What's this look like to you right now? Does this look like zone or does this look like man? You tell me, because that's what he's trying to figure out right now. I can't tell what it is. Looks like it might be man, but he's this backer or whatever this is, safety, he's not going to Njoku. So it looks like it could be zone. Looks like it might be cover 2 again. Let's see. Throws it underneath. I think that was cover 2. It looked like cover 2 because 21 was letting Moore go because he knew he had safety help over the top. So part of the problem is that Deshaun Watson didn't get enough clues as to what the defense was in. I blame that on the game plan. I blame that on Kevin Stefanski. I blame that on Ken Dorsey. Why aren't you letting your quarterback, because Tom Brady said it on the broadcast, they're trying to be conservative because Deshaun Watson hasn't played, and they're trying to give him easy throws, right? And then when it was too late, they got behind the 8 ball. Now you have to throw. Okay, you have to throw. All right, we'll look at this punt return right here. Okay, you got to throw. The problem is, even when they had to throw, they didn't take the training wheels off and say, take us to the promised land. All right, you got a little bit of pre-snap motion here, but they're not doing nothing, right? This looks like nickel because I think that's Jordan Lewis right there. So that looks like a nickel package. Okay, you got Tillman on the motion. Now look at this. This is a dumb, stupid play call. You run boot action to Micah Parsons' side and nobody's there. And you want Deshaun Watson to make a play. And he actually does make the play. He avoids the sack. Now, a couple of things wrong with this. Let's rewind this play. A couple of things wrong with this. This also is zone. This also is zone. I think this is cover 2. It looks like cover 2 because it's sitting on the routes. All right. Look at, I think this is Jerry Jeudy. You might have a window here, but he would have to probably high point the ball to him. And he's not going to really have a lot of opportunity to run after the catch because you got this guy coming underneath and you got him that looks like he's backing up. Jeudy flattens his route here because, again, this is cover 2. And I think this guy here is playing the flat. So you'll notice as the play continues, okay, look at this. He shouldn't be able to guard him and him. And if Jeudy, at this point, once he sees Watson broke the sack, he don't flatten the route, come up the field. If you're not going to go back towards him, come up the field. So watch what happens. Watson sees him. He sees him too, almost throws the pick. There's a lot to clean up there. And again, if Deshaun Watson knew this was cover 2 pre-snap, he would already know to go there. Again, they're lucky that wasn't picked. That's not a good play call because you're running naked to Micah Parsons' side. That is a stupid game plan. Did you ever hear anybody running towards Aaron Donald Did you ever hear that? They didn't run towards Aaron Donald. You don't want to do that. Why would you do that? Let's keep it going. You got 3 wide trips. Again, 2 safeties. I'd be willing to bet this is probably cover 2 again because they're going to keep running it until you beat it. Let's see what we got. No pre-snap motion. That's a drop. And notice, you'll see from the other angle, he throws out of a sack to throw that ball on target. Again, hate him all you want. He played a bad game. You got to catch that. That's not on him. Again, let's watch. Throws out of the sack, puts it in his hands. I don't know what you want him to do there. That's not on him. Let's run that back one more time. Because again, I want y'all to tell me. Y'all tell me. Because you say Watson is trash, this and that, the offense is trash. What is this? Tell me what is this defense? What they running? I think it's zone. Looks like zone to me. Looks like some form of cover 2 to me. This looks like some sort of zone. Because nobody came with Njoku, so this was probably zone. I think it was cover 2 again. All right, so we'll just let that play. Again, got to catch it, but hey, drops happen, whatever. But it's hard to get into a rhythm when, you drop passes. It's hard to get into a rhythm when you're not getting a lot of time. It's hard to get into a rhythm when you got pre-snap penalties and you're getting behind the sticks. And it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're one-dimensional. All right, let's see what we got here. You got an empty formation, empty chips of some sort. You got 2 receivers down here, 1 at the top. No pre-snap motion. What they in? Because it looks like he's waiting for somebody to get open. He's trying to decipher what the defense is doing. And then when somebody's open, he's going to throw the ball. That's a poor game plan. That's not on him. This looks like man. That was man. So they finally mixed it up on you, and they called man. This didn't look like a man beater. This don't look like a man beater. That's not a man beater call. Didn't look like it to me. Let's run it back one more time. Let's see what they running. Let's see the routes they running. Real quick. All right. Again, looks like probably cover 1 because of the single high safety. Okay. Moore isn't running an over because it looks like he tries to cut back. I think Cooper might be running a curl, and I don't know what Julie's running. Like Julie ran some sort of double move. No, he was running a curl too. He was about to turn around and stop. I don't know if those are man beaters, dog. Because again, if he knows it's man, he should know. Like on Dak's touchdown throw, he knew that was blitz. He knew that was man. Sent that to the corner. I got to get the scheme and the game plan an F. Because while we fast forward this, I want you to tell me. You tell me. What cornerback did the game plan target? Steve said DeRon Bland was out. I believe that's an all-pro corner. So the only all-pro corner they had out there was Diggs. What corner did they target? Can you tell me? They didn't target nobody. You can't name them because they didn't target nobody. That's the problem that I had with Stefanski as well. I think he wants to win the way that he wants to win rather than what the game plan calls for. I got the Cowboys week 1, and again, maybe they did this, but you saw them get smashed by the Cowboys or by the Packers in the wild card of division, whatever that was, must have been a divisional. They got smashed. I would have took 10 plays from that game and said, they're susceptible to this, they're susceptible to this, they're susceptible to this. We gonna hit them with some of that. That didn't happen. I looked it up. The Cowboys have tall corners. Diggs is 6 feet. They got another dude that's 6'1". They got another dude that's 6'3". They got long corners. They got tall corners. The shortest corner they got is Jordan Lewis. He's like 5'10", right? So if you got Tillman in the game and you see Jordan Lewis on him, well, you know what? Maybe we can throw a jump ball over there. Maybe we can throw some high point balls, right? But with that being said, if they got tall corners and they're sitting in zone, your windows are going to be that much smaller because they got long arms. They can jump and they can grab those. Again, what was the game plan? Can y'all tell me what the game plan was? You got some motion here. This is probably going to be a run because they always run it on first down. The Cowboys knew that. You got 2 yards. Again, where's Foreman at? He's your bruiser. He don't get one carry in this game. He don't get one carry. See, I was one of the few people that thought that the Browns should have tried to get Derrick Henry as a bruiser and get you 12, 15 carries out of him, right? And then when Chubb comes back, you got a nice balance of power, right? Empty formation. Do we have any pre-snap motion to help him determine what the coverage is? Do you know if it's man or zone? Because I don't. I don't know what that is. I obviously don't know what the offensive play is going to be, but I don't know what it is that they're running right here. And Deshaun Watson probably does not either. Now, that's a bad pass. That was a good play call against that defense. That was just a bad pass. Yeah, we're going to ding him for that. It was too low. He probably was trying to protect him, but he could have caught that and ran if he put it right on his chest. So, yeah, we're going to ding him for that. Let's rewind that. Let's see what the coverage was real quick. That might have been man. Let's take a look one time. We got to see it from the other angle. All right. Nobody's playing press. Yeah, that was man. That was man. All right. Let's get to the next play. Again, all y'all Deshaun Watson haters, look, he didn't play a good game. I feel you. But tell me this scheme, nobody would have won this game. Jameis Winston wouldn't have won this game. DTR wouldn't have won this game. No quarterback, fill them in. Nobody would have won this game with these kind of play calls. Like, I really do think that people want him to jump into the phone booth and turn into Superman. That ain't really how it worked in the NFL. Even what Lamar Jackson was doing on Thursday night, he had an understanding, I bet you, of this is what the coverage is. So I know I can go here, and there. And if that's not open, then I'll run. Let's see what you got here. Empty again. So they know it's not a run. No pre-snap motion. Let's pause it. Who's open? And is that man or zone? At first glance, looks like Njoku is going to be open. That's who he hits. But I think that was third down. That was. So they'll give you that all day, and they'll give you that all day and night. That's piss poor. On all their third and longs, they never attempted a pass that I can recall that was past the sticks, that was past the line of scrimmage. I think there were less than 5 passes beyond 25 yards in this game. Hell, beyond 15 yards in this game. All right, let's see. I hope I didn't skip a drive. I don't think I did, though. This is probably the second quarter. And again, we're going to look at the defense at some point. Yeah, defense played well. What more you want the defense to do? This is probably the Ezekiel Elliott touchdown drive. All right. All right, let's see what you got. This is hard to watch. All right, you got a little bit of motion, but it doesn't show. It shows nothing. It shows nothing. Let's see what you got. RPO. No time. He gets out of it. Again, you got to give him credit for escaping the sacks. You got to give him, at least he's fighting, right? He's fighting to get out of the sacks. So give him a little bit of credit on that piece, right? Didn't complete the pass, but all right. You see you ain't got no time. That as he gets in the rhythm, Maybe that'll some of that sixth sense will come back to him. All right, let's see what you got. Trips at the top and Joku at the bottom. Who's open? And what is this coverage? This is zone. This is zone. Okay. Where are they running to? All right. Who's open? Look at what you see here. He's about to get buried down on. So who's open? Who's he throwing the ball to right here? All right. Let's see. Okay. Ball is out. And it looks like it should be going to Judy, but I think this pass was to Cooper, and Cooper wasn't looking. So hey, that's a bad rep. That's a bad rep. Let's rewind it. But this is why I say knowing what the defense is in is going to dictate, at least it should dictate to some degree, where the ball is going to go. If you're talking about what the route concepts are. So it looks like he's probably running some sort of dig right here, or an out, like he's coming up, then he breaks it off and comes back out here. If he knows that, and Cooper's running him off, and he's running him off, that should be the read, I would think. But I don't know if he knew what the coverage was, because it looks like zone to me. Could have been man, but that looked like zone. Yeah, because look at what Diggs is doing. Diggs is just that was zone. Okay. All right. Empty. You got trips at the top. And this is was this on fourth down? I think this was on fourth down. This is terrible. What is like Stefanski? What maybe that wasn't fourth down. But I don't understand that play call right there. It's conservative. It's not aggressive. Is that on Deshaun Watson? That was the play call, a bubble screen. Is that on him? That's the play call. That's the scheme. What you calling that for in that situation? Because again, it's situational football. You understand me? Let's see if that was the fourth down. I want to say that was the fourth down. But they're not holding up their fist, so that may not have been fourth down. Oh, that was fourth down. They ain't even holding up their fist. Like, they ain't even excited. Like, they just knew, yeah, that ain't going to work. Defense wasn't even holding up their fist. Tells you everything you need to know. All right, I think, yep, held them to a field goal there. All right. Oh, man, this is getting rough, man. This is getting rough. And y'all know it was rough to watch. All right. 2 at the top. Let's see what you got. No pre-snap motion. Again, a run. All right. Decent run. Look like you got about 5-6 yards. You're not behind the sticks. Cool. We can speed that up. Again, I still don't understand why Foreman didn't get a carry. All right. Let's see what you got. A little bit of motion from Njoku. That's not really revealing nothing, though. You got 2 safeties. They're probably going to be in cover 2 again, but let's see. All right. The RPO action. They hand it off. Now you get a penalty, even though he would have got the first down. And I want to say that was holding, probably. I think it was one of those holding penalties or illegal shifts or illegal formation, whatever. You know, they had a couple of them. So now first down marker looks like it's at the 40. You're at the 25. So now you got to get, 15 yards. All right. Now this play here, let's go ahead and let it play. This is the interception play. We're going to analyze this one real quick. Again, situational. Why are you trying to throw an underneath out route 12 yards away from the marker? That's the first thing wrong with this play. Then you'll notice, which nobody talked about, you left Micah Parsons by himself to come free. Matter of fact, let's just play that angle real quick. Now, it looks like the protection was shifted to his left. Maybe that's what the play called for. Maybe that's what Watson saw. That's why would you shift it that way? I guess because they stacked it here. The problem is that he's their best player. And I don't understand, if you know you've been struggling with pass protection and with time, and you know you need about 15 yards, why wouldn't you keep extra people in to block? This should be chips protection, where you got a running back or a receiver chipping, and you got Njoku here chipping. Because watch what's going to happen. You're going to see number 50 come over here, and then Dewan Jones is going to block him and let him run free. That is piss poor situational play calling by Kevin Stefanski. Look at this. When's the last time you saw Myles Garrett get a free run like that? Please, somebody tell me. I want to know. I've never seen that. I haven't seen Myles Garrett ever get a free run at the quarterback. And not only is Micah Parsons dangerous at sacking, look at that. He understood, let me just get my hands on that, and created a turnover. That's probably your early favorite for Defensive Player of the Year. He's just that good. And the Browns did nothing to say, you know what? He's a game wrecker. He can wreck the game. Stay away from him. Stay away from his side. Let's go back to this. Now, again, this is a simple, he was trying to hit an out route. Let's look at it again. 1, 2, right here. Now, you know they threw an interception on a play similar to this later in the game. And if I recall, when he threw the interception in Pittsburgh in week 2, it was on an empty out route to Harrison Bryant, which ended up in a pick 6. And I also remember that there was another one in the Ravens game. I believe it was another similar pass play where they're trying to throw a quick out in empty formation. That's the one with Cal Hamilton tipped it to himself. He picked it off. He ran it into the end zone. Those don't work. They know you want to throw those. They know that you want to throw those. Now, let's talk about Joe Flacco real quick before we wrap this up. They weren't dialing those up for Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco was dialing up a lot of play action, down the field type of stuff. Joe Flacco ain't coming back. Joe Flacco threw 2 pick 6s in the playoffs. And the worst thing that can happen to the Cleveland Browns is that you allow teams to score without having to go through the defense. So regardless of what he did and what he did, we give him respect for that. It didn't result in nothing. It looked good. I know it made y'all feel good and all of that, but feeling good ain't resulting in no wins. It ain't resulting in nothing. Somebody got to tell me why Stefanski, when the sticks are on the 40 and you're on the 20 in your own territory, is dialing up quick out routes, thinking that that's going to get you the first down. That ain't going to get you the first down. It didn't get you the first down all day. See, this is what we're talking about. This is why we got to start looking at the film and stop listening to these guys on TV that just do these hot takes because they ain't diving into the film. Did Deshaun Watson play an A game? No. Did he play a B game? No. Did he play a C game? No. Did he play a D game? Maybe. It's borderline F between D. Borderline. If you want to give him an F, I'm not going to be mad at that. I might give him a D minus, but you know what? For the sake of y'all, let's just give him an F. Great. He played an F game. What you give Stefanski on the play calling? Because that's an F. What you give him on the scheme, the preparation, what you give them? What were they doing to attack Dallas that made Dallas worry? Tell me what they were doing, because they weren't doing nothing. You can't name nobody in the secondary that they was trying to pick on. You can't name nobody in the secondary that was a weakness that anybody on the receiving corps had an advantage that you could see because they weren't trying to exploit nothing. Now, Dallas is a top 5 defense. Let's go ahead and give them their respect. I don't like Dallas. I don't like the Cowboys. But let's go ahead and give them their respect. I thought they played a lot of teams last year that weren't that good. But if we believe the Browns are good, they put the clamps on the Browns. So let's go ahead and give them their respect. But you didn't make it tough on them because they're sitting on all the routes. Look at Diggs. He ain't even broken down like something's about to happen. Let's rewind it real quick. Look at this. Diggs is just, I don't got to do nothing. He ain't even worried that anybody is coming in this area. They're not even worried about back here. Man, my goodness. This is pissing me off. It's pissing me off all over again because it's a team game. It's a team game. And you got to put your players in better position. Again, I don't understand. Watch where the line slides. He kicks out, he goes here. He doesn't even come. So they didn't even need to slide the protection that way because he didn't come. But again, hindsight is 2020. I wasn't behind the center. I don't know what the call was. I don't know what the protection was. But he went here. He went here. He had nobody to block. He went here. He went here. And he comes free. And look at what that does to pretty much that this is if it wasn't the punt return, this is when the game was over. But I believe the defense still came out and held them 3 points, which is why you got to give the defense almost an A grade. You got to give the defense almost an A grade because they bailed you out again. Bailed you out. Bailed Stefanski out. Bailed you out. So it's still a game. It's still a game. Let's see. This is almost the end of the first half. I think we're gonna cut it after this, and then we're gonna get to the second half at some point in a later video, if you will. All right, let's skip past this. All right, let's run that back just a touch. All right, that's probably Pierre Strong. You got a little bit of motion to the flat. Who's open? Y'all tell me who's open. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if he's breaking this way. I don't know if he's breaking underneath. Let's let it ride. He wasn't breaking that way. He ain't breaking that way. This looks like some sort of design screen because it looked like he going to block. No, I don't know what. Somebody tell me, man. What is that? Somebody tell me. What is this? What play is this? Looks like zone. It ain't man. Looks like zone. They're not worried. Look at this. They're not worried. There's no pressure on Dallas to do nothing. They don't care. Look, that's zone. He's just letting him go. The ball's already out, but still. Piss poor. Another underneath. And it's like, what you reading on the sheet? Are you just reading underneath passes on the sheet? I just don't get that. You got to try to put pressure on the defense at some point. God. For real, though. So, and I want the main takeaway from this video to be, where is the pre-snap motion? Elijah Moore can be your pre-snap guy. He's supposed to be, if Judy and Cooper are your route runners, and Njoku is your tight end, why isn't Elijah Moore being the guy that's kind of like the Tyreek Hill guy, like the Deebo Samuel guy? They said they wanted to use him like that, but they're not even putting them in motion situations, motion opportunities to say, okay, we're going to motion them this way on some jet sweep. And if the defense commits to that, let's go the other way. They're not doing any of that. You got to make it easy on any quarterback. I don't care who it is, Deshaun Watson, James Wilson, whoever. You got to make it easy on them to decipher what the defense is doing pre-snap. Because if you don't have an idea of what they're doing pre-snap and you're just sitting back there waiting for somebody to get open, that's pretty hard to do. They already got a hard job, but that's pretty hard to do. Let's see what you got here. No pre-snap motion. Okay. Who's open again, man? Who's open? He's got a little bit of time, but who is open? Everything is underneath. They're sitting on all the underneath routes. Look at that. They're not worried about this dink and dunk garbage. They ain't worried about that. It looked like he about to run a hitch. It looked like he running a hitch or a drag. And I don't know what he running. Let's see. Njoku ran the hitch. Looked like he was running out. Don't know what he was doing. And that's a drop. Got to catch that. Good read. He read that. One of the few plays he read right. Let's run it in real time so y'all can see that. Looked like that was a simple post. Looked like that was a simple post. Okay, bam. It's a good throw. Just didn't catch it. You got to give him credit for that. Hey, what you want him to do? He put it right on him. So all that stuff about his accuracy is gone. He put it right on him, on his chest, in stride. But you know, the problem with a play like this is that when you got the safeties sitting on the routes because they know you ain't going deep, of course you're going to get folks' block knocked off because they're not running nobody off to run the safeties off. See, this is from what I understand, this is basic play calling when you're talking about route concepts and you're talking about route combinations. If we go back, let's go back just a touch. You got Njoku here. Why don't you have a receiver up here with him to occupy this safety? Because you know what could have happened in that situation? If the safety is playing like, oh, they're not going deep, and now you got him on a post and you got somebody running a go, and you see that the safety's coming down, you take a shot over the top, but they're running a skinny post about to get Jerry Jeudy killed because it ain't nobody to occupy this safety. And Njoku runs a hitch. This safety got this half of the field. Again, I ain't John Madden. I ain't John Madden. You feel me? I ain't Mel Kiper. I ain't none of them. But I talk football with some people that I know. I used to talk football a lot with my pops, and you know, I played 1 or 2 years, and you know, I wasn't that good. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I wasn't that good. You know, I don't think I was that good. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't pick it up until later. I didn't play until later. But what I'm saying to you is that I tried to study the game because I didn't want to go out there and get my head knocked off. So I wanted to know everything that was going on. You feel me? I wanted to understand how the pieces move. Let's see what you got. Run pass option looked like some sort of draw again. And I think that was on 4th down or 3rd down to get the 4th down. And that's a quick play. See, and we about to wrap this up because this is piss poor. See, this is pissing me off. If this is 3rd down, which I believe it is, and Stefanski is just going to draw up a fucking dive play and just quit and say, yeah, you know what? Let's take it to the half. That's what's wrong with this offense. That's what's wrong with the offense, straight up and down. So you can blame Deshaun Watson all you want for the F game, and I feel you. But you need to give Stefanski just as much blame because that's a quick play. That's your opportunity. You're already losing. Your opportunity, man, let's just try something. Let's just see what works. Let's see if we can draw a pass interference. They didn't get one pass interference play. Correct me if I'm wrong. They didn't get one pass interference. They're probably lowest in the league in drawing pass interference plays. You know why? They don't go down the field. Is this almost over? Because I can't really take much more of this. This is hard to watch. Yeah, this is when they dialing up 70-yard field goals. You know they don't care when they dialing up 70-yard field goals, man. And just for kicks, let's look at this Hail Mary pass from Dak Prescott. Now, if Watson threw something that didn't make it to the end zone, they would say, "Oh, he has a noodle arm. Look at that. He didn't even get it to the end zone." I get he was under duress, but that's what they're doing to Watson. You feel me? Let's hold everybody accountable. All right, let's stop sharing this. All right. I don't know if I can do 2 videos of this because that was horrible. That was hard to watch. Looking ahead to Jacksonville, if they don't have their tackles, it's going to be rough. If they don't have one of the 2 tackles back, it's going to be rough. If they don't actually find a weakness in the defense to exploit rather than just running the offense and running plays, because I didn't see any scheme. I didn't see any point of attack. I didn't see anybody in the secondary they were trying to isolate. I didn't see anybody that was a linebacker that they were trying to isolate. And I damn sure didn't see them trying to take Michael Parsons out the game. I didn't see it. If they were trying to, I didn't see it. And I know y'all didn't see it. I didn't want this to be 45 minutes. I didn't even realize this was 45 minutes. So my apologies. We're going to make the second half a lot faster than that because the second half is even worse. But it's only one game. It's only one game. There's time. Now, if you get to week 2 and week 3 and the offense still looks like this, now you got to talk about making some changes. And I don't think it's just the quarterback. somebody, they need to take the play calling away and say, look, you've had your shot. Dorsey, run it, run it. I'm one of the few people that don't think that Deshaun Watson should be benched. I don't think that, because you've seen the glimmers. This was a glorified preseason game for them, for everybody. That was a preseason game where they got their ass beat again. Defense showed up. Defense didn't play preseason game, but it looked like Kevin Stefanski, whatever he was calling in preseason, it didn't translate to week 1. So again, still early. A lot of time to correct things. Hopefully they're in the lab right now. But we're gonna come back with part 2 here soon. This is Dog Food Radio, part of the Fanatical L's Fans First. We'll check you in. You know what I'm trying to say. We'll be back.